Hey everyone, how is it going? Welcome to another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Welcome to another Thursday. We're one day away from the weekend. That is if still you practice weekends. I'm not really sure what one is anymore, to be frank. But I feel like they are returning. Word on the old grapevine is that weekends are coming back. Here's to hoping, here's to hoping. So how's everyone doing today? I have a question for you all to start off the stream. I'm wondering, what's everyone's go-to song if they feel like they need to get pumped for the day, or just you got to do something and you need a song, the song, your go-to song to be right, we're going to do things. I'm trying to think of what mine is. I guess sometimes it does fluctuate depending on, the time, the date, the weather, the mood, the emotion, what the actual activity is. I think a good go-to that I have just to kick things off in your go-to hype song. Mine, I like a little bit of Sasha Banks, her original song, had a dreamer, I made it, now there's nothing dragging on me down. I remember when I got on the plane, I was really nervous. This is when I went to America for the first time. I'd never been on a plane by myself before, or anywhere that far away by myself. And that was the first song I put on to be yes, we're making it, we're doing it. So I feel like that's a banger that, gets you going and gets you hyped for whatever it is you're up to. So, let's see who's in the chat. Oh my God. What's happened? My screen just went black. That was scary. Am I still there? Oh, hang on. I know what happened. Oh, that was terrifying for a hot second. So I've got the hot corners on my Mac and I forget which corner it is, but one of them turns the screen to sleep mode. Still alive, still unbroken. So the screen just went black and I was like, oh my God, has life returned? So, hey everybody, we got Vits in the chat. Hello Vits. I will get back to you on the stuff. A lot going on. Vitz has invited me kindly to cameo this weekend on his D&D game. More details of that to come later in the show, but appreciate all your help with that. Thank you, Vitz. And we got Harpo. Hello. We got Vault Boy Steve, who is fully vaccinated up, I've been told. Congrats to him. Well done. We've got Miles. Hello. Thank you. Platinum Bro 7. Hey. Sean Slater. Hi. How's it going? Aimless Mess. Hey. Do I want a nice / happy day? Let's go, Matt and Kim. Ooh, okay. I will check it out. I'm basically now just farming for music because I'm a music fiend now. I've become addicted. Can you become addicted to music? I think I'm on the verge of addiction. Sometimes I don't know if I could do anything without some kind of music to, lift my soul from the dead. But then it's also quite bad because depending on what music you pick, it could set you in either direction. So I'm just going to steal all these. I'm going to come back to the comments in a future and just steal all your pumped songs and just make a pumped playlist for when I have to do things, for instance. NWA. Straight out of Compton. Okay, I shall check all these out. Nice. Sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah. Oh, is that the one that Flow Rider? Sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah. That one. Ollie Gaming. Hi, how's it going? The real Lee Watson. Lucy, hello. Welcome to the stream. Ross Colbert says, Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. See, that's a good song, but I find that song a sad song, so I don't find that gets me pumped, mainly because, I don't know, I feel like it has sad connotations to the song. It's about having a good time, but the good time's over, and I struggle when the good time's over. I don't know if other people have this, but when I have a really good day, or not even a good day, but maybe a good sort of event, I get sad when it's over. I'm such a child. I'm when you used to go home in the car and you were a kid and you didn't want to be the kid that got dropped off first because that was no, they're having all the good times without me. I mean, I'm sure they were just talking about Barbies or whatever for the next 5 minutes because all your friends probably live in the same radius of area. But you didn't want to be the first one dropped off because you didn't want to miss the good times. But I also used that song as well when my dog Misty died. That was our little thing. Depends how aggressive. Sometimes I need a good pumping song, one that's just going to be just to get the old blood flowing. What else we got here? Thunder by Imagine Dragons. Oh, that's that song they used to use all the time in something, and I can't think of how it goes now. Something, I don't know, the thunder. All their songs sound somewhat the same. Firestarter. That's a good one. Don't be sad it's over, be happy it happened. That's very true. Actually, there is a quote from Doctor Who. Doctor Who, obviously, my go-to for my morale compass. What's the quote? It's from the Christmas episode with Peter Capaldi, which is called The Return of Dr. Mysterio. And at the end, he's oh my God, I used to know this quote. Everything ends, and that's always sad. But everything starts again, and that's always happy. Be happy. So I try and think of that when I'm sad about good things being over. This is a very depressing start to this episode. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I hope you're all good. Oh, Mr. Blue Sky, that's a great one. Fatboy Sim, your mama. I don't know if I know that one. But yeah, oh, you know what you are. It really gets your blood pumping, so heavy and screamy. Okay, I will check all these out. Thank you. Don't Something Else Phenomenal. Never thought of it sad, so I don't know. It just feels sad to me. Because you're like, don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time. And at the end it goes sad. Because like at the end, I feel like that's them going, like, reminiscing on the good times. And then the good times are over. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I used it as a sad song for when my dog died, because she was always like so happy and energetic, and then at that sad bit at the end, that's when I like did a montage of like loads of pictures of like her life with all of us. I'm so sorry, welcome to the most depressing episode of Locking It Down with Lucy. I hope you're doing better than this. So right, I'm gonna start off with a what am I drinking, but I do have a confession to make. I did drink some coffee today, and I think I'm on the coffee downs. I get the coffee ups, which is great, because I felt like I needed a boost. I got a vanilla latte of all things, and it was like fire to the veins, shoot me up, baby. And I was there doing the thing. I was like, you know that cat? It's like, I was there typing the things. I was doing all kinds of the internets that needed to be done, and now I'm feeling it. The coffee sweats are a bum. I'm gonna not be able to sleep. I don't know, but I needed the boost. So feeling a little bit weird, if I'm honest. Like, I felt a bit sick after eating. I don't know. Coffee does strange things to me. It's a strange boost. So I'm gonna go for a tame drink, she says. I don't know what this is. So I went to my local Nisa. Shout out to Nisa for those of you that know it. Nisa, Nisa, whatever it's called. Nobody knows apart from the woman on the radio. She knows what it's called. I don't. But they've run out of Fagos. Shock horror, everybody. The staple drink of Locking It Down with Lucy is gone. But instead they put up. Oh, are you hyped for the Resident Evil trailer at 5 o'clock today? I don't know. What, I don't know. Maybe, perhaps, I'm not sure. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Time is just sort of happening to me, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like lying on the beach, and time is the waves, and it's just slowly eroding me as things are happening. What a metaphor. Longshore drift. Gotta watch out for the longshore drift. If anything that geography taught me, my old geography teacher who would go, alright, jolly good. She was quite the character. Wore socks and she wore socks and like shoes where you could see the socks. Like, what do you call those? Like flat shoes, like women's flat shoes where you're supposed to see the foot, but she wore like socks that were patterned. I don't know why it was an odd thing that we all thought that was odd. Is that odd? I don't know anything about fashion, clearly. I just, shove on any old clothes. Anyway, back to what I'm drinking. I've got this weird thing, this weird capsule of liquid called Green Globe Sparkling Mojito Beverage. It's getting very posh, very fancy here. I'm locking it down with Lucy. And also, I'm not sure what this is, because there's a can on the top, plastic at the side. Is that environmentally friendly? I'm not sure. I thought cans were good for the universe. There must be. Did you just quote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Did I? I don't know what I say anymore. Right, let's give this a whirl. See how we go. Oxbow Lakes. Oh my God, Miles! Do you like geography too? Wow, kindred spirits in the geography world. So I feel like we need to have a conversation about Oxbow Lakes. What a fun conversation we have when we play games together. Hey, I'm going to talk about, what's it called? What's the other thing in the beaches? Sorry, I've got to switch off my phone. I don't want to see unprofessionalism here. I'm locking it down with Lucy. The spits on the beach. Gosh. Alright. I don't know why I've got to smell my thumb after I dip it in the drink. That's just a weird thing to do. What am I, like Rafael Nadal with my weird tics I have to do before opening drinks or serving tennis? Right. Ooh, it's definitely good. Do you know what? This feels like the kind of drink that I need for my coffee-addled mind. I like that. It tastes more like lemonade, though, the mojito, but you do get like a bit of a minty aftertaste, which I suppose what it's all about in the end, isn't it? Longshore drift. You can, wait, it is no, but it's not even a can. It's like... It's plastic. It's a plastic thing. So I wanted to start off with a bit of the old housekeeping, and say thanks everybody who watched the newest video that finally came out. The Lost Legacy video finally made its debut to the channel, and loads of you guys gave it a lot of love, which was very kind of you. Like, I'm sorry it took like forever, but I just want to take this time to say like all your comments and stuff really meant a lot to me. Like, I can't even express into words how hard it was to make that video. Not because it was a hard video to make, it was just hard to get me to make it to the standard that I wanted. Like, I always, like, I like making YouTube videos because I like, first and foremost, I always liked making videos, like editing. That was my main passion all the way back when I used to make Doctor Who videos. So I always knew in my mind that I wanted to make it when I wanted to feel like I was accomplishing something that I'd be proud of. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that every video I've made has been like, oh my god, I'm giving myself a pat on the back, I've shot the moon. Who wants to shoot the moon? Because the moon's an egg. Don't want to shoot the moon. But I always want to feel like I did something that I'm proud of, if I can. And this was like an opportunity to do something new. And I struggled for so long. Like, I had the idea in my head, but getting it to be a real tangible thing, it took me like 2 months to write that intro. It's like 18 seconds. But I would like write something and go, this is trash, I hate it. Write something else, dirt. Then I was just like, I hate it all. I knew I had the idea of the name, but I didn't know where to go with it or how to theme it. Maybe I was overthinking it. I knew I wanted to do a new colour scheme, so I taught myself, like, I just watched a couple of tutorials, like how to make gradients and how to do certain types of animation, because I just wanted to do that for myself. So thank you so much for being patient, and I'm pleased with how there's still work to be done. I don't think it's done, but I've got some ideas, because I know that Lost Legacy, it was a video that I made in the past, so the next one is going to be something new, obviously, that I'm going to film with a purpose, that it's going to be, knowing what it's going to be. So hopefully then I can, tighten up the cogs. But, so thank you. That's alright. I was wondering as well, I don't know if there'll be time at the end of the show, but I know a lot of you guys also like to make videos. There's a lot of you guys out there that are big into video creation and stuff. So I was thinking if you'd be interested, maybe I could, like, do a bit of a behind the scenes, like, and show you the Premiere files or how I work out how to, like, order things and stuff. Like, I don't know, I'm just a bit of a nerd when it comes to, like, Adobe and shit. Like, does anybody out there have, like, an Adobe podcast or something? I'd love to be on it. I'd love to chat, like, and yeah, so when I use this fetish of action, oh my god, yeah, when I was using After Effects, such a loser. But I'm very much interested, and I also love watching other people's behind the scenes videos. Like, I know that No Clip, fan of their stuff, they've done a couple of videos where Danny has gone through, like, making a trailer, and the techniques and tricks that he used, and I found that really fascinating. And another thing that I learned while making this video was how to, do more with sound to make it sound, like, make your voice sound a bit better and stuff. So, I don't know, the Adobe gang, woo, put your hands up for Adobe. Or, oh my god, do you know what this, I'm just trying to think what I'm going to say before I say it, in case I say something I shouldn't. So I knew people that worked at Adobe, okay, and I used to call them the Adobedes. So, if I had an Adobe podcast, maybe we could call it the Adobedes. I think I said tighten up the cogs. Don't worry. So yeah, I don't know. If there's time at the end of the show, maybe we can take a quick look at that, and maybe it'd be interesting for those of you out there. And I'm just curious as well if it would just destroy my whole computer. Would it just, like, go, I can't take it, I'm an old man now, and then there's fireworks, and then everything is over. So do it, make the podcast the Adobedes. I remember Windows Movie Maker back in the day. Yes, big rep to Windows Movie Maker. That was my first passion. So yeah, that was what I wanted to say. Thanks to everybody about that. Also, just an update on last week's quiz stuff. I still have yet to be good and buy any packaging, and I've run out of stamps. So I am going to get to you. Don't worry, that is going to happen. I just need to buy the equipment to send the things, and I've just been bad. I've just been a bad human this week, so I apologise. So, oh, new segment on the show now. New segment on the show. I'm going to call it, Lockin the Showcase. Oh, I don't know, some sort of showcase thing. So, last week it was the 50th episode of Locking It Down with Lucy, and Jose, I hope I'm saying your name right, please correct me if I'm not, very kindly made a poster, which was a screenshot of all the episodes from. So let's have a look. Let's go and have a look at it quickly, because this is I very much love it, and it's also, he calls it 50 episodes of Locking It Down with Lucy. I call it 50 weeks of my descent into madness. So there it is, da 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 da, and all the different me's. Look at this, is when I was like, oh god, look how trash I look in this first one. Look at this. Which Lucy are you today? How do you feel? We should bring back Pictionary. That was a good game. I need to know what I was doing in this one, the singing one. Well, clearly singing. My favourite one is this one here. Luna. Ah, stealing the show. But what a whirlwind of time. I also do enjoy me and Woody. That's good. I'm looking at this, I'm just like, what the frick is going on in any of these. Bizarreness is all I can say. But thank you for sticking with the bizarreness. I wonder what I was talking about here. I look very, like, what's going on? Oh, yeah, cool, yeah. That one threw me, but I was like, oh, yeah, that's when I was at Bethany's house. But there's a hidden one back here that we can't see. And when the hidden one was revealed, someone was like, you look like Darla. Is it Darla? Oh, thing from Finding Nemo. It's like, Darla, I've got you something for your birthday. And so the fine Photoshop folks did this. Fishy, why are you sleeping? I think this is brilliant. I love this. So yeah, a good bit of showcasing there for. I very much appreciate everyone's amazing Photoshop skills and that people spend the time to make these amazing things. So thank you for spending the time doing that. I really appreciate that. Let us return to the show. Well, that was still part of the show. So have I got anything else to say? Well, I've got a lot of things to say, to be honest. Red Bull Lucy looks like a maniac. God, we're never doing that again. That was, I can't even remember. I know there was one episode in particular, which I remember after the stream, I was like, I'm never doing that again. That was too off the rails. I felt too just unhinged. Like, I like obviously being fun and stuff, but I also want to, you know, come across as slightly sane. No, only slightly. This is growing on me. It's very good. We were all on the madness roller coaster with you. Thank you, Robert War. I very much appreciate it. So, I'm looking forward to what 50 weeks' time more looks like, which will be 100 weeks. My God. So, thanks for that so much. Right, let us move on to the highlights and lowlights of the week. Check in with everybody, see how we're all doing on week, God knows, 51 of this, but I think we're on like 53 of lockdown. I don't know anymore. So, I'll go first, I suppose. Let's like pass the puffin around or whatever. That actually means something. So basically, now I'm going to say pass the puffin around sounds a bit dodge. But when I was in school, we were in classes that were named after birds. So it was like you were either in robin or sparrows or whatever. So when we were in year 4, I was in puffins, so that you would have circle time and you could only talk when you were holding the puffin, so then you would pass the puffin to the next person. Why? I don't know, why was this circle time? There was one circle time in particular that I remember where we had to go around and talk about, oh, why we want to be an adult, and I was like, you losers want to be adults, like, ugh. And we had to pick, like, we had to say one thing that we thought would be really cool when you were grown up, and honestly, I rebelled so hard in those things, but I was like, learning to drive, which I am now doing, so it took like a long time, but there we go, passing the puffin, it's a thing. So yeah, my low light I'm going to say is it's just been a bit of a meh week, to be honest. I don't really know why. I guess sometimes it just sort of happens in the roller coaster of lockdown. I feel like there's been so much to do, but nothing to do, but not enough time to do it. I don't know, it's bizarre. Like, I don't even know. Like, I just sort of, the time just, as I said, I'm on the beach and the waves are just elapsing over me and I'm getting longshore drifted, and soon the tide will go out and I'm like, no, now I've become at one with the sea. I don't really know where time has gone, to be honest. That's my main low light. But the other one I wanted to mention was like a serious, well, it's serious. It's like, I don't know how many people will be familiar with this person, but Nikki Graham died this week, she was like a big character in Big Brother back in the day, for those of you that know who she is. And I was a big Brother fan. Like, I wasn't like a big fan of her. I loved Pete. This is Big Brother 7 we're talking about. That was a class year. And that's one of the ones that I remember really strongly, was that year, because it had such big characters. And she was a big character in it. And sadly, like, she died because she had like anorexia and like she wasn't able to get the help that she needed, which was sad. Like, people did raise a fundraiser, but I guess it's just sad. I think it's sad as well because she was young, but also because like lockdown kind of caused this, and I just think that's really sad that, you know, COVID is obviously killing people, but so is the effects of lockdown, which is sad. So yeah, just the only Big Brother series I fully watched, class BB Simmons. People do know who she is. So who is she, as she would say. So I just thought that was really sad, because it was just like, I don't know, what's the world coming to these days? So that kind of bummed me out to hear that. But yeah, it's sad. So yeah, that's my main low light. Let's have a look at the chat, see what your lowlights and highlights of the week are. So Platinum Bro 7 says, highlight, finally managed to beat wave 10 of survival wave of Remnant from the Ashes. So hard, at Vault Boy has been getting daily texts about it. By the way, I love that you guys, like, everybody is like friends with everybody. I think that's so cool. But yeah, congrats on that. Well done. I've not played Remnant. I know it was like the PS Plus game, wasn't it, that you could download. What else have we got here? Highlight. will be that I get to see my niece and nephews for the first time over this year, over this weekend. Nice, that's exciting. Highlight the emotional return of the Wrestlemania crowd and gyms are open. More on that later, Vault Boy Steve. Lowlight from Robert Wall says he has an eye ulcer again. That's really sad. I remember back in the beginning of lockdown when that happened to me. So, yeah. It ain't fun. I need to go to the opticians, but the opticians just scares me. It's someone going, hello, I'm going to poke in your eye now. And I'm like, oh no, and then they test you, and you're just like, I don't know if I'm... You know when they ask you, like, better or worse? And you're like, maybe better? No, better or worse? And I'm like, I don't know, and then I feel like I've done the test wrong, and then I'm going to get glasses that are bad. Then the woman follows you around the shop and tells you, oh, those glasses look good on you. Oh, mind you buy these ones. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then now, I think you've got like a limit on how many you can touch. It just seems too much, but I do need to sort my life out. I need to sort my eyes out. I need to sort my hair out. It's effort returning to the world, but it's a world I do want to return to. Bits is saying highlight is that I'm going to join them in D&D. Very exciting. I imagine myself, my character, as if you've ever played Skyrim, the character... Oh, what was her name? I don't know what her name was, but she was a nightingale, and she was like the elf. I think she was elf. That was part of the Thieves Guild quest, and she talks like this a lot. And she's like, yes, we need to find the skeleton key. I thought she was badass. I loved her. I need to finish that quest on my PS4. What else is going on? You got to get Imogen singing on here again. She has a good voice. Well, I'll hit her up for her musical talents. Miles' highlight was making big dollars on GTA and building a big nightclub for the Locking It Down with Lucy GTA 5 launch party. Oh my god, are we all going to have a launch party in GTA 5 world? That's actually really cool. More details to come, I'm sure. I'm glad my events manager is working on something. You've just been promoted to events manager, Miles. I hope you're happy with your new position. There is no pay rise, unfortunately. It's still work for free. Unless you take GTA money, which you probably have more than me anyway. Never trust the opticians when they say that. 100% agreed. Lowlight from... I feel like I butcher your name every time, and I'm really sorry. Is it Parashani? Oh my god. Do you know what? I should probably just go for it. Just knock the name out of the park, get over it, and then you can just, like, skate over it rather than be going, ah. Lowlight is I haven't gotten my chair that I ordered in December. What? You need to look that up. That's not cool. One time I waited so long for Red Dead Redemption on PS3 to arrive that I got so tired of waiting that I bought a pre-owned version of it. I'm not sure what happened at the end. Did I get my money back, or did I know I just had the pre-owned version because I had to. Gonna happen. Limo pick everybody up. It's gonna be jokes. That's actually really funny. Paul says I cleaned the dust out of my PS5. My god, I haven't actually cleaned my PS5. Maybe it hates me. Luther, don't hate me. Name of my PS5, by the way. I call him Luther. But he's named after Luther from Detroit Become Human because what a pure character he was. I loved him. So, what were my highlights of the week? Oh, of course, my highlight of the week was having my first driving lesson back. I was a bit nervous because it's been a long time, and my road's really super busy, so it's like the hardest road to start from. It's like, ugh. But I think it went quite well. At first, it was a little bit like, oh, what's going on? What's the thing here? But then once we got going and we were just chatting, and I was like driving, and I was like, oh my god, I'm driving again. So that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to keeping that up and getting back to doing that, and maybe that'll make it better for me to, get back onto learning the stuff, because I just sort of fell off the rails when lockdown happened. It felt like so that was cool. But then my main highlight has got to be at the weekend I went and saw some of my work friends, and oh my god, it was so good to see those guys. Like, the weather was rubbish, it was freezing cold, it rained, but we stuck it out for a good, I don't know, when did we meet up? Like 1 o'clock or something, and then we didn't leave until like 8. And Fran and Rue, they bought these massive pizzas from Home Slice. I don't know if you guys have had Home Slice, but they're massive, and they walked like 20 minutes with 3 massive boxes of pizza to meet us at Trafalgar Square. And we were just like, where are we gonna sit? Because we wanted to sit like in a circle or something, and we just sat on the grass outside Trafalgar Square, and we were just like, you know what, we're just gonna do it, and if anyone tells us to move, we'll move, but we just wanted to eat pizza and be together. What a story, right? So the pizza was so good, and we just like had a laugh and chatted and had some chai lattes and walked around. Yeah, we walked around a bit. We walked far. We walked all the way down like Thames, and we walked. Now Miles calling out Mod's Pizza at Leicester Square, which, oh my god, I used to walk past it on the way home, and sometimes the woman would be there giving out free pizza, and I would always be like, yeah, thanks, I'll just take a slice of that. But the pizza would always be like burning hot. So now you're walking, because you know what, I always like to get places fast. There's no time in my life for slow walking. What a waste of time, slow walking. So I'm a fast walker. I leave. Well, when did the train come? The train would come. I don't know. It's about a 20-minute walk or something. I could walk it in like under 15 if I needed to. So now I'm eating like burning, scorching hot pizza really, really fast. And then you're like, that was a mistake. Why did I do that? Because pizza is much more enjoyable when it's not scalding your mouth. Anyway, so yeah, we just hung out in the rain, and it was just nice to catch up with those guys, and they were really good friends. So I just want to say thanks for, you know, those guys for being like really good friends to me. I want to thank all my friends for just being cool, because I feel like I've been a trash friend, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, thanks. It was just really nice to see them and just walk around and just hang out. You know, like it's weird because that's all you can do now. Well, the pubs are open. I do have my first pub trip booked in, but you know. It's before you would never just walk. Well, maybe you might do. You just walk around aimlessly, just chatting. But we never ran out of things to say. And I think that was a true test of the friendship. So yeah. So that's my main highlights. Oh, and I have a clip. The clip of the week is from my time being in London, where I saw a very familiar piece of video game. Something. What is it called? It's something from a video game. Just roll the clip, Lucy, and you'll figure it out. Look, it's the Golden Hind. Long shit. No, what is it? Long hidden. No shit, long hidden. That's what Nathan Drake has to climb on in the library. We've made it to the Golden Hind in this weird place that's here. Da, 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 da. I think I've got to find my friends now. A little bit of history here on Locking It Down with Lucy today. How empty the street is. It's just normally packed. It's so mad. There's just no one here. How empty is this? So there we go, there were scenes from London. It was so weird to be back and just to walk around. I went to so many places that I'd never been to before. I went to Borough Market. I'd never seen the Golden Hind before. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's the thing. You know that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's like, and he points at it. I was like all up on that, and so that was exciting. What was the other thing that I hadn't seen before? There was quite a few things on this trip. I felt like a proper tourist, like walking around. But I think what had happened is, you know, when you just go places and you just take them for granted because you're like, I used to go to London quite a lot, so I just walked with blinkers, just the way I would go. But because we didn't have a mission, it was like walking around and really taking in the sights. Like we were looking at statues and trying not to blink, obviously. But I was like, oh, who are these people? Blah, blah, blah. It was just like, it was just really interesting. And it was really cool to see some Uncharted stuff just in, you know, my actual area. I know that they went to like London in Uncharted 3, but yeah, that was really cool. And then just seeing how empty everything was. But that leads on to my next life update. Everybody, tomorrow I make my grand return to the office. Oh my god, I'm like so nervous but excited, but I don't really know what to expect. I feel like I'm going back to school after the longest summer holidays ever. Look, I've got my new bag packed. I'm like, this is the lamest thing ever. Welcome to this stream where I just talk about my life. But look, new bag. I wanted to look like a grown-up when I returned. I'm such a loser, everybody. My god. But yeah, I've got my bag. I've got my laptop in it. I've got, where is it? I haven't used this. I had to find my house keys because I haven't used my house keys in over a year. I was like, where did I put them again? Because I haven't needed to. But where is it? I get to be this person again. I can't wait to be this person. Look at my face in this. Look what wait, which side is it? Look at what a loser I am. Hey, I'm Lucy, it's my first day. This was me, like, how many years ago? Like, 4 years ago. And I was just like, I'm just so happy to be here. And this woman gets like a really, like, classic digital camera. It's like, okay, can you just stand up against that wall and take a picture? I'm like, yeah. And I've got my Nathan Drake. Look at this. Look, that's how much of a loser I've got my Nathan Drake shirt on to go to work. Yeah, so that was fun. So getting out my... Oh, focus. There we go. We're back in. So stop swinging it around. I could just take a picture of it, but yeah, so I've got all my stuff together, so I'm going to pack my bag, and I'm going to have to set an alarm. I'm going to have to wake up and go somewhere. I don't really know what to expect, but I don't know, I just hope that I know that it's not going to be the same as it was, because obviously, I don't know if I'm going to just like get there, and it's going to be like all the memories, and I'm just going to like burst into tears and be like, I miss it all. I don't know, it's going to be bizarre, but I am very much just excited to. I mean, I know. Oh, the other good news is I get to sit in my desk. Like that wasn't a given. I wasn't sure if I'd get my desk back, and I'm gonna be able to rescue Quillo. Quillo is my little Basically, this is a story. I had a mystery shopper once upon a time. Now, a mystery shopper is someone that goes places and just, rates how good your boat cruise is. But I just like to call them mystery shopper because it was a mystery shopper. So I went to Paper Chase, okay, and there was this little, like, fluffy hedgehog, and it was really, really cute. I think it was like a Christmas decoration, and I took a picture of it on my Instagram. I was like, look how cute this thing is. I wish I could buy it, but I have no need for. I was like, I just thought it was cute. And it's like one of those things that you would like to buy, but you shouldn't buy it because it was like £5 or maybe £7, and I was like, well, what am I really going to do with it? And lo and behold, the next day I came to my desk and the little hedgehog was on my desk, and I was like, oh my God, it was so exciting. I was like, who is the mystery shopper who has gifted me the hedgehog, Quillo? And I actually got the culprit wrong at first, and I thought it was, but then I saw someone sitting next to them who had gone a little bit red, and I was like, and then I think the person was like, and I was like, ah! So I can rescue Quillo from. Quillo must be so dirty and dusty. And I've just got all my things. I just can't wait to like grab, like, and also go to my locker and see what's there. I mean, that's all. Well, I just want to be back. But I want it to be back normally. But yeah, I'm just excited. So I'm gonna wake up early, hopefully, and get on the train. And fingers crossed, it'll all be okay. So that's my exciting life news about going back to the office. I need to finish packing my bag later. So. I honestly feel like I'm going on like the biggest trip in the universe. Like, we're going to the biggest trip. So has anybody else returned to the office yet? How is everybody else doing with their work from home situation? Let's see. I feel like I've just gushed about my own life for a bit. I'm so sorry. Wow, that's going to be a highlight or low light returning to the office. Yes, I'm excited. Bag looks like a scary face. Don't say that about my new grown-up bag. What happens if someone has stolen your hunk cars? There's going to be hell to pay. Alright, I'm going to have the hunks assemble. I'll be like, hunks assemble! And then Louis Theroux will go, dun, 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 dun. And then Philip Schofield will come out, dun, 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 dun. And then Stephen Fry, dun, dun. They'll all just come and find the hunks, the hunk stealer. How dare you steal the hunks? No, Nick Knowles better still be on my desk. No one's stealing Nick Knowles from me. Luke says going back on Friday. Well played. Yeah, because I wanted to like get everything set up on a day that Fridays are a bit dull and boring. I could have gone back any time this week, but I was a little bit skeptical because like everybody's going back out because this week was the first week of phase 2. It's the first week of people being allowed to do things. So I was a little bit like worried that going back the first days would be like. But Friday I'm going to try and go in a little bit later, leave a little bit earlier and stuff, just to try and pace it. I'm just looking forward to like walking around at lunchtime and just having a place to go. What is everyone else doing? So enjoying work from home. Interesting. I forgot how to socialise with humans. I know, right? Oh, Gypsy Muffin is back in the office. It's great. How many people are back in your office? Is it like people? Because I had to opt in to go back. It's not like they're letting everybody back in. You had to sort of say, yeah, I'd like to go back, please, and I got selected. I actually forgot where my desk is because we rearranged last year before leaving. So Sly Glass Fox. Oh my God, that's really funny. God, I don't know what it's going to be like. Let's see. I was working from home in Jan, then lockdown, but we went back to work in March. So quite a lot of people have gone back to work. Been out of office for over a year and no talks of returning. Wow. Okay, that's curious. That's interesting to see where people are in their work from home life. But back to the office for good. I think it's more of like I just don't on and off. It's there if you need to be or whatevs. But I work at a school, so I haven't been home much. Oh, I see. What are you talking about? Anyway, I have a clip from the past that I'd like to show you, which is from some good old times at work. So please enjoy. Clip of the past, which is me doing a party trick. I don't know why I did this to, at the time, a bunch of somewhat relative strangers who were probably more co-workers than they were friends. I mean, I'm good friends with them now. Like, the person sent me the clip and was like, hey, this was like 2 years ago. So, do you know what? I'm just going to play the clip without context and I'll let you figure it out and enjoy.
One.
Those are skills, ladies and gentlemen. The consummate professional. As always, can you put your fist in your mouth in slow motion? I don't know. You've got to get all the knuckles in and the thumb. That's how I rate. Can someone put me in the Guinness Book of Records already? Because that's a skill. Is it not? That's why I've got a big mouth. It's double jointed, you see. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. That's probably why I've got the gift of the gab, literally. Why is it slowed down though? It's so my friend, I don't know why, but no, this was 2 years ago. This is when we didn't have to disinfect everything. I think I mentioned it at this work thing, and I was like, yeah, I could put my fist in my mouth, and they're like, do it, and I was like, okay, and so I did it. And the person who filmed it, I think that's when like the iPhone had released that slow motion footage thing where you can, and he recorded it in slow motion. And that was it. Britain's Got Talent. Do you think Simon Cowell put the golden buzzer on me? Oh, come on. I'm like, hi everybody. my name's Lucy. I'm from London/Kent. Woo woo. And everyone's like, woo. Hi Lucy. I was just wondering what talent have you got today? Well, Simon, my talent is that I can put my whole fist in my mouth. I'm sure the Queen will love to see it. And then, you know, all the way to the final, Anton Deck will be all over me. Well, one can dream. So there we go. That was me back in, missed the intro to that clip, but was thinking, about, what is this undercover Atlantic Ghost? I don't know what's going on. The undercover greatest of all times. Is that what we're talking about? Episode 51 screenshot reserved. I'm glad. So that's my big life update, number one. But ladies and gentlemen, there's more. There is more to the big life update. I did something today that I haven't done for maybe more than 20 years. Yes, I've been alive for more than 20 years. Today, I overcame a great hurdle in my life. I ate a fresh tomato. Well, fresh maybe is slightly, maybe not. But I ate a tomato for the first time, kind of, sort of. So, this is a big deal. I've always had like a thing about tomatoes. I just don't eat them. I try and avoid them with intense passion. Natural born tomatoes are like gross. But I went and bought my second favourite sandwich in the world. It used to be my first favourite sandwich in the world, but then it went knocked down a peg when I found my actual favourite sandwich in the world, which is, what is my favourite sandwich in the world? I haven't had it in a long time. It's is it chicken and chorizo? I don't even know my own mind anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's chicken and chorizo. But then secondly, it's a BLT. So I used to eat the BLTs but take out the T. So today I went to Tesco's and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy some lunch. And I saw the BLT there and I got home and I was about to pick out the tomato, but I was like, you know what, Martina, she taught me last week, we fried some tomatoes and I ate some that were fried and it was okay. So I looked at this sandwich and I was like, du, 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 and I ate it, and I didn't let the barriers of the tomato overcome me. And you know what? It was actually okay. It was better than I thought it was going to be. It didn't taste gross. The tea is just there for set dressing. No one eats those despicable things. But it was okay. Now, I'm not sure if I'm ready to take the next step in my rehabilitation to tomatoes, which is to just eat one without anything else around it. But maybe maybe I've matured, everybody. Is this grown up life? Do I now break into song like a musical? And I'm like, I've made it, I know who I am, I eat a tomato. I don't know why I turned American to tomato, but whatevs. So, yeah, I love tomatoes in my sandwiches. See, I just don't eat them. I have a thing about tomatoes too, there's something about them. I think I just have a weird food thing, where certain foods, they just look gross, and I just can't get over the mental barrier. But today, so it's like, say you're driving a car, and you're driving down the road, and all of a sudden you see a speed bump. You've got to slow down for the speed bump. That happens to me with certain foods. I've got to slow down for the food speed bump and decide, is it okay? It's okay. So today it's a big moment for me. I haven't told my family yet because I've yet to hold a press conference because it's not 100% official that I will now bring tomatoes into my life. But yeah, it was a big deal. Favourite meal deal? What a curious question. Like, I do always like Tesco's because I thought they had a good variety. But if you wanted to go a little fancy, we'd go to M&S. God, I haven't been to M&S in so long. Oh, it's going to be good. Oh, no, they don't do... I was going to say, like, Waitrose, but I don't think they do a meal deal. But that's, like, super fancy. I don't know. What's Waitrose has got... On the fancy scale, Waitrose has got to be higher than M&S, surely. I'm still not sure if I'm ready to tackle the next one, which is... No, salad. I can't be dealing with salad, Robert War. Salad is like a grey area, okay? It's confusing to me. Like, it's not fruit, it's not vegetables, it's just somewhere in between. Like, I hate potato salad, I hate coleslaw, I just hate the salad family. I'm sorry, salad fingers. I know you're just now turning in your grave over on Weeble going, why, Great Johnny didn't come back from the war. But I'm sorry, I can't be dealing with the salad life. I only like iceberg lettuce, and now the odd tomato. That's it, that's all I can deal with. So yeah, that's what I've got. It's too gross. So yeah, those are the big things. So I also wanted to talk about I hate salad too. Amen to our hate of salad. Hello, is it Ethereal Blessing? Salad is overrated. Salad is just a bit weird, and it's like when you go to a buffet and you're like, it's just a bit gross, isn't it? Chocolate tomatoes are great though. What the hell's a chocolate tomato? Is it real? Is that really the thing? Depends on the salad, I suppose. No, it's just a big mixture of just grossness that's all just been put together. And imagine you were tiny and you were in the salad bowl and those big claws come in. Isn't that terrifying? Like, if you're a tomato, let's just do the sequel to the sock thing is you're a tomato and you wake up and you're in the salad bowl and the tongs come in. That's like being like one of those aliens in the claw. Doesn't sound like a good way to dive to me, sorry. Right, I also want to talk about Wrestlemania. So if you aren't a fan of wrestling, I'm so sorry, I'm going to talk about Wrestlemania for a bit. Oh, which reminds me, as I talk about this, I haven't done, there's something that I need to grab. So, Wrestlemania, I don't know how many people watch wrestling in the chat. Sorry, this is awkward because the thing I'm trying to grab is like in this weird position. But this is where let's hope that the technical stuff all holds up. Pray for the technicals. Have I got the thing? You'll understand later. I should have done this before. I wasn't prepared enough, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, Wrestlemania was, I don't know why I have to say it like Santino Marella, was on Saturday and Sunday. It was a 2-part Wrestlemania. It was the first return of the fans, and it was in an open stadium, and it was actually really cool to like have the fans back. It felt like you could have like natural reactions again, not just the piped in stuff. When someone in the production truck decides, yeah, do you think this is awesome? Yeah, I think this is awesome. Play the clip. This is awesome. Like, the fans actually decide when things aren't awesome or not. So it was really cool. It was funny though. It wasn't funny, but it was actually like quite interesting when the storm happened, and it was like, oh my god, everyone's got to leave the arena, and they had to like do all those promos just off the fly. It was quite a good. I don't know, it was good to see people getting a chance to like just do some free talking. Like, I doubt that a lot of those promos would have happened on the regular show if things had gone ahead. But I'm glad that the show was interesting. I can't say that I felt like it was the best WrestleMania. It wasn't the worst WrestleMania. I think having the fans back was the big part of it. But now what I'm going to say, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. This was the first WrestleMania without any real part-timers. And for those of you who don't know, part-timers, that's like the name that's given to wrestlers that sort of just come back for WrestleMania sort of thing. They do like not even a half schedule. They just show up for WrestleMania, have a big match, and then they doss off for the rest of the year. And they've got a little bit of like, a bad tinge to being a part-timer, but there's always like segments for that. So this year there wasn't that, because it was like they would have had to take COVID tests and stuff, which would have been difficult. So it meant that a lot of new talent got to rise up, which was obviously great. You get to see like a lot of new people having a chance at WrestleMania and stuff. But it did also feel to me like it was just a regular pay-per-view slightly because of that, because you don't have The Undertaker, you don't have John Cena, but I'm supposed that's just the way that times have to go in wrestling. Like, I'm sure when the big guys like The Rock and Stone Cold stopped showing up, well, that was slightly before my time. I'm sure when they stopped showing up to WrestleMania, that must have felt like a big thing to fans from that era. Like, oh my god. But then you would have had some other people, I suppose, to tide it over. But I don't know, I guess The Rock was still at WrestleMania 20, but then he wasn't at WrestleMania 21. But then WrestleMania 21 was, I suppose, the big stars. I suppose WrestleMania 21 was the one where people got a chance to step up, and like John Cena was made, Batista was made, all those guys. So in that sense it was interesting. Like, I will say there were some odd matches, but some good matches as well. I did really rate Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. I wasn't too sure about Bianca Belair because I was like, I don't really watch the weekly shows that much, and I kind of remember being like, I don't know, I don't get the hype, because I know she was with the Street Profits for a bit, and she has like this weird gimmick which seemed a little bit too much, like, but when she actually showed up and I watched her wrestle, I was very impressed. She was very like strong and athletic. Like, some of the things she did, I was like, wow, this is really cool. So I'm really glad as well that Sasha got a chance to be in the main event, because I know that. Also, no Charlotte Flair. I love this Charlotte Flair. I'm pretty sure Charlotte Flair was in my dream last night, now I think about it. What was my dream? I was in like a theatre watching like this weird Lord of the Rings trailer, and Charlotte Flair was there. But it was a very empty arena. I don't know why we were there. We were in some kind of like opera stadium. I don't know. The flashbacks are hitting me hard. But yeah, I thought there were some good points. The second, I think maybe I did prefer the second night, because again, the main event I thought the second night was very good as well. Like, I wasn't really sure which way it was going to go, but ultimately there was no other way for the main event to go, to be quite honest. It had to sort of, it didn't make much sense for another. I don't know whether I should go into spoilers or not, but I guess at this point, maybe people, if you've watched it, you're watching it, and if you haven't watched it, then tough boot, I suppose. But the Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt thing, that was quite weird. Especially, I don't know where that's going to go. Rhea Ripley, that was pretty cool. There was, see, my brother, he does this rankings. Like, he rates the WrestleManias, all these categories, like how good the crowd was, how good like the music was. Oh, and I love a good special entrance. Now, the special entrances were a little like thin on the ground. I really wanted Alter Bridge to be there to sing Edge's theme. Like, I love when themes are sung. So Rhea Ripley got her theme song sung, which was quite cool. Although, this is my brutality! That was pretty rock. And then who else got their theme song? Oh yeah, Big E, but that sounded awful. Oh my god, and Bad Bunny. I just remember Bad Bunny. I need to listen to some Bad Bunny music, because I was impressed. I was like, oh, the Bad Bunny chap. But he showed up, did the works, and it was good. Now, I do have a gripe to make with Wrestlemania. They have a very, very unhealthy relationship with Snickers, okay? And they plaster Snickers advertisements frickin' everywhere. And it got to the point where it was almost like a little bit too in your face. So they had all these massive LED screens everywhere, which I thought was very cool, very Eurovision. But I think they were doing it because they had to mask the fact that, you know, lots of fans would be. Also, they had a lot of cardboard cutouts I saw, because I watched a lot of people on YouTube doing like vlogs of going to WrestleMania. I always find those really interesting. I always watch those. But yeah, a lot of cardboard cutouts to try and, like, you know, make it look like more people while separating people, which I thought was a good idea. But yeah, the Snickers was just over the top. It was like, this match is sponsored by Snickers. Like, even in the main event, they pan out and there's this massive Snickers thing all over the thing. I'm like, chill your beans, alright? Freaking hell. It's a bit much. Now, I also have a gripe, because this advertisement, I find advertisement can be, okay, advertisement is important. I do have a gripe to make with it, because I find when it's in your face and it's just like buy, I just hate that mentality. I know that it's a thing that needs to be done. That's how the world turns: economy, money, capitalism, blah blah blah. Man, Becky Lynch. So, but this is just, you're taking away from the freaking show, in my opinion. Like, you're having a wrestling match in the back of Snickers, and it's even going into the games. I'm pretty sure, I remember I brought this up on another podcast that I wrote in. They have every year, and I've not checked the trophy list for a while, but they have a trophy that's called Snickers. Something about hunger, and then it's like, oh, play 20 matches on exhibition mode. I'm like, what? Firstly, the trophy icon is the Snickers, like, freaking logo. And secondly, it's got nothing to do with anything. I'm very much against it. It's just, I don't know, does anybody else have an issue with this, or is it just me being like, you know, I don't know, some socialist or something that just, I hate advertisements. It's just, the games do have a Snicker trophy with the emblem every damn time. Thank you, Vault Boy Steve. It's a little bit much in my opinion. I tell you what, you're definitely not you and you're hungry, Jazz D, and all this talk is making me very hungry, so I'm just gonna have to, like, you know, just take a bit of a chocolate break, because it's just too much. And you know what? I'm not going to fall for it, WWE. You're not going to get me that easy. I'm not going to give money to the man. No more. Also, it's very hard to talk well whilst also not showing everybody the contents of your overly massively sized mouth when you have a double jointed jaw. Talent. Thank you. So, I do feel slightly more me now. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to have to just slowly eat away at it. Or let it just disintegrate in my mouth. I'm not even sure if I like Snickers, to be quite honest. I mean, I'll take them in small amounts at the end of the celebrations box. But, have I run out? I almost run out of mojito. So what did everyone else think of WrestleMania? I'm sorry, I went on a tangent, on a rampage. I haven't actually looked at, what everyone else thought of what was going down while I take a swig of my drink to sort myself out. Hi, how's it going? Don't eat Oreos, everybody. Do eat Oreos, they're great, but don't eat Oreos before streaming or doing any sort of video work. They get all up in the teeth. I tell you that much for free. It's hard to get those suckers out, unless you have to brush your teeth again. Night 1 loved, liked Night 2, says Luke. I think I would agree with that. White Snickers? I've never heard or seen a magical white Snickers. What was everyone's favourite match? I suppose mine would either be Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, or the triple threat at the end. Let's have a look. I'm just going to do a bit of scrolling back. The Fiend was kind of ruined by the start of Night 2, and there wasn't much else. Zayn and Owens had a good match. Yeah, that was pretty true. Let's hope for Alter Bridge and Edge in a crowded Mania 22. I need to go to WrestleMania at some point. I remember when I was like younger, I had like this goal that when I was 30, I was going to go to WrestleMania, because I had it in my mind that, when I'm 30, I'll be like able to go abroad by myself and I'll be able to not suck at life, which I think I could actually do now. To be fair, if you'd asked me that like maybe 2 years ago, I thought I may not be able to hit that goal, but now I think I could do it. So I would like to definitely go to a WrestleMania and just be there, be part of the crowd. Did you see all the Dory releases this evening? No, I haven't. Damn, I'm gonna look that up. Haven't seen wrestling since 2004, says Nemo. Sasha and Belair was the best, but love Cesaro's win. Yeah, I don't know. It was time to spend doing something else, and that was quite good. Oh, I just remembered. I also saw Sophie at the weekend. That's also a highlight. I feel really bad that I haven't. But we had a really good chat and a really long walk. We walked like 4 hours. I was knackered after that. So. Yeah, also I wanted to say thank you as well to everybody who made comments about my bike height. I was able to sort that out, and I wanted to take a picture just to check that I got it right, because I was starting to feel it in my knees, and I think it's because my height wasn't correct. So thank you, everybody. I much appreciate that help. So let us take a look. What is the time? Oh, there may be time to have a look at how I make the YouTube videos. So if you have any questions, pop them in the chat whilst I load up the stuff, and we shall take a look. So happened. I don't know why that happened. I think maybe I just conked the cable out. I really need to Adobe and streaming too much for the old iFruit. No, it'll be fine. So yeah, start with pen and paper is what I was saying. I like to oh no, we're miming. Sound is back. Woo woo, yes. hanging on every word, thank you. So I like to start with pen and paper. I just jot ideas down, like for the introduction, I just wrote it out on paper, and I sort of would like go over it and be like, how would I break it up? Then I would draw like a storyboard, and so for each line I would sort of draw like, you got your boxes, and I'd say, well, I'd like something like this here. I'd like the platinum trophy to come here, then on this line I'd like to show this, oh god, I just whacked myself in the face. I sort of do that to like get a feel for that. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is then, I guess, I don't really write anything when I do the YouTube video. I literally just turn the camera on, just speak from the brains, and that's about it. But for this I wanted to like obviously come up with some kind of, theme and idea. Now I'm wondering if I go back to screen capture, let's have a look. This is the first time I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, so please bear with me, because we don't want to see the internet. Do we want to see display capture? Oh my god, this is that terrifying moment when you flip in, share your whole screen on a Teams meeting. You're like, dear God, please say I've not got something dodgy that I shouldn't have up. Not that I do anything dodgy, but like one time I saw somebody on a Teams call, they had like other jobs that they were looking for on their tabs, and I was like, that's not good. Is this working? Are we seeing, let me get the chat up over here. Are we seeing Premiere Pro? I just want to double check that this is actually working. Maybe I should get my my things up. So I'm very much into housekeeping, and that's having like good folder structure. God, this is so lame. So I've got like my main assets here, and I break that down into, okay, sweet, I'm glad you're seeing it. So I break that down into like elements, and like these are the bits that are going to be reusable. I've got the opening. This is where I put all my opening stuff, and the ending, music, etc. Thumbnail. And then, like, I did the same with the Road to Platinum 100. Like, I had all of these broken down here, and that just keeps everything organised. God, I'm such an organised freak. And then I break it down as well into assets, audio, filming, gameplay, output, and that's where I put the final things. And then I always just have this guy out on the side. So, I think my Mac handles it quite well. So let's have a look in here. So again, down in this bottom corner here, am I on the screen? I can't remember if I put myself on the screen. Maybe you can't see. I always, again, like to break down into assets, audio, filming, music, and opening. Now, opening I made in like a separate Premiere profile, and then I just imported that that sequence into this. So each time I make a video, I'll just import the sequence in, and then that'll go. And then I've got Master Rebuilt Me. So we got all our master stuff down here. Where is the opening? Oh, why have I not called it? Oh, let's just go over here and zoom in over here. So now, one of the things that I don't do, which is apparently what you should be doing for those people, you're supposed to do this checkers board kind of thing where you put one on one track and then one on the other, but as you can see, I do it now and again, but then when things are flowing, then I don't do it. But yeah, let's look in here, because this is the main intro. And again, you've got some bits here. So we have, I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear all this? Maybe. So I normally start with that, so I'd film myself speaking. Maybe I should move over here. I film myself, oh wait, hang on. Can you see, are we seeing the right thing? Seeing the sequence, oh, so okay, cool. Organise folder structure, thank you. Because you've got to have everything put in your place, So I'll always record the intro first. That's what I did, was I recorded myself actually saying the entire thing. Did I delete myself? Yeah, you can't see it. I recorded myself saying the thing, and then I followed my storyboard and just sort of worked out all this stuff. So they've got all the animation happening here. This background stuff was created in After Effects, and then I just imported those in. So I have my clips here, under here, and then this again was trying to just match these up, and then you have me talking. But I'm here the whole time. You just can't see me because I've turned the opacity down. But I'm saying the whole thing, and then I have the ending. So if we go, so then that's in its own sort of sequence, and then so I just tack it onto the master sequence, and then that way you can do your little where you start a little bit of the video before you see the video. So you dip to black, you've got your boop boop boo, and then a bit of talking, and off we go. We're on to the races, everybody, basically. And so I'll normally just first start tracking out what I want to say. So I'll put myself on the thing, and then I'll make sort of a note in my notepad, like, okay, around this time I want to have some sort of something over the top of this bit, because this is where I'm saying what game it is, and then here I want to show the trophies in question. And I've got like this background, which I think I rendered this background in After Effects to go on for like 3 minutes or something, and I'll never need it for 3 minutes, but it's just there just continuously going back and back, which I find very helpful. And then I want to do something in this bit here just to make this transition a bit better. But over here we've got like the gameplay stuff. As you can see, I recorded this in 2020, so I'd want to update this background so that it fit with the theme of the rest of it, but that will be to come. Also got this adjustment layer here, which just auto color corrects myself, which is something I learned that I had to do because I look really washed out. And then I just mask it around that area. So then you've got all of this, and I just sort of will go through. So these extra bits are the bits I do afterwards. So I just go through the footage and try and pick the bits that I think are most relevant. I try as well to keep these videos to about 30, 40 minutes max as well. And then this ending bit, I always just film the one time. Like, I might do the intro like 3 times at most just to get, because I've got information that I need to, get out there. I want to like say the purpose of the video, where we're going with the video, for instance. So even though I don't have a script for it, I kind of know what I want to say, but maybe I'll say it a little bit differently each time, and then I'll just pick my favourite one. But this at the end, I always just do the one take, because it's quite long, lengthy, the review. So then I go through all this, This was an idea that I had for just, trying to break down, give some talking points onto what I thought was, interesting topics. So that was, this was made in After Effects as well, so rendering this, so actually that's another thing. So what I always do is if we go back out here, let's go to, is it in ending template, right? So let's see if we can open Premiere and Photoshop. I feel like loads of people might have just switched off. I feel like I'm now giving like a meeting, but I always like to go for when I have an idea, I'll mock it up in Photoshop first to make sure that things are gonna be alright, and then you can play about with it a bit better, and then I'll import this into either After Effects or Premiere, but just like break them down into different things. Like maybe I'll export these titles separately or But yeah, I turned off all of these layers, put that into After Effects and rendered it with an alpha layer, and was able to then don't save, I know what you're thinking. That's what I say whenever I don't save things. Don't do a recovered file because it hurts. And that way you've got your file that's having the thing in the background, you've got your animations on top, and you can just slot your video behind it. So these are all nested sequences as well, because these bits, so basically I don't want my timeline to be too messy, because the more tracks you have, it gets a little bit, complicated to see. So if there's a lot of stuff that's like one sequence in itself, I'll make it on this big massive one, but then I'll nest it so that it's all tidy, and then you can chop it up afterwards. But I'm not the greatest editor in the world in terms. I'm sure there's much better ways of doing it, but this is just this is just how I sort it out. I do miss the old Premiere, where you could have all of this at the side, but I do think it's important to have all your bits in a folder, and I just do the same structure over and over again. I did actually watch a YouTube video about this where someone was going through how they set up their folder structures, and then that way you can just find what you're looking for, dump it all in here. Now assets is a bit of a wishy-washy name, but that's where I just put everything that's not one of the other categories, like flavor stuff. But I do want to get better at maybe like adding some more like effects and whatever, and sort of do that. But that is the process. And then I've got master. This is a bit bad here. So I've got master and I've got final, but I wanted to drop the sound down on everything, because I felt like when I was editing it, it was a bit loud. So I always bump the sound up to 50, like half and half, and then hear what it sounds like. And if it sounds too loud at 50, then I drop it down, because I think that's like a good halfway mark. So that's what I want to do. I felt like it sounded a bit loud, and I bumped it up. Now another thing you can do, which I also discovered, is you can make presets. So I've made like my own sort of vocals preset that now I can use on stuff. So there it is. That's literally my process from having the idea, taking it and like fleshing it out in After Effects or Photoshop, and then bringing it all together in the final piece. Like in this elements bit, it's like, actually I'm still trying to work on that, for instance, how I'm going to do all this. But yeah, I hope that was vaguely fascinating of some sort. I mean, does anybody have any more like mixing the BMG and the voice is the hardest part to judge, to be fair. Interesting, but my cold is making my brain only function at 50%. I'm so sorry if this was like terribly dull. But yeah, maybe I just thought that maybe that would help other aspiring. Oh, what have I done? I don't want that. Put that back up here. Put that thing back where it came from. Oh, so help me. There we go. So these are all like different ways to set up your workflow if you want to do it another way. But yeah, that's basically it. I just make sequences, and then from up here you can import them and drop it in. So let's go back. Let's go back over here. Ta-da! I just realised I haven't had this up the whole time. Oh my god. Terrible, terrible. Let's quit that and don't save. I know what you're thinking. Negative 12. I don't know. So, okay, Robert War. I'm glad you thought that was interesting. So, does anybody else have any tips and tricks? Am I doing something that maybe I could do better or worse? Let's see. The famous one said, folder structure. Yes, that is very important. Wow, I can't believe that I actually managed to do it. What capture card do I use? I use the Elgato HDS, although I do have some problems with it since switching to a Mac. There seems to be a lot of extra things and plugins that you have to install to get it to work. But yeah, also just another thing that I like to do is I like to make all the animations myself in After Effects, so like doing all the keyframing, and that way you have control of it. So I just find that quite interesting. Let's see. If anybody 30 minutes is ideal for most people to concentrate. Okay, I'm glad that that's a good enough time. Okay, well, I'm glad that was interesting to you guys. I've always wanted to do like a proper video like that, but I've never really committed to it, because again, it's like making a video about making a video, so you still have to make a video at the end of it anyway. So there we go. That is that's my behind the scenes of how it all happens here at LudiXP Productions. I'm glad that you could, that was enjoyable. What's happening tonight with Resident Evil? I have a question for you. By the way, if you have any questions, put them in the chat and we shall answer them. But we are rapidly approaching the end of the show. So if you have anything, do let me know, because I got to go to bed early because I've got somewhere to go tomorrow. I've got to wake up at like 7 or something and get ready and go out and about to my job for once. It's another stream at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. too late for me. Gotta watch Ashes to Ashes. Has anybody watched Life on Mars or Ashes to Ashes? It's the bizarrest thing I've ever seen. I can't even decide if I like it or not, because I do like it, but it's weird. It's like a guy who's in like a coma, and then he wakes up and he's in the 70s, and I was like, what would happen if you were in a coma and you woke up before COVID? It'd be so bizarre. But then he's like a cop. Well, he was a cop in real life. It was interesting. Let's see. Stream at 11 p.m. on PlayStation. I guess I'll just catch it up. Oh, actually, that's a good question that Livera is saying. I do want to do a GTA stream when I get to the final level. I'm on level 95 now, so when I get to like 99, I'll do like a big stream and we can all do the final grind together. It's going to be like one of the longest platinums I've ever done in terms of like years, because I got the game in 2014. I'm going to say 2014, that's when I started GTA Online, and so it's 2021, so it might be one of the longest gaps I've ever done. So how is the GTA 5 Platinum going? It's going slowly but surely. Like, I just do my objectives every day. Everybody managed to do the 28-day streak, and I got big bucks and big RP for that. I went up like a whole level. That was a good day. You finally said my name right. Yes, I have advanced, I have leveled up. So yeah, we can all I don't know how I would sort of sort it out, but maybe there's maybe we could do a heist, or, just do a few cool missions, maybe get some of you guys involved or whatever. I'm not really sure, I haven't really worked it out, but that is to come. I just need to slowly get my way. I feel like I'm going to make it by the end of the month. That's my schedule that I can see, because I don't play it loads, so I haven't really, to be honest, I haven't played anything really in a long time. I think I'm going to play Returnal as well when that comes out, so that might be the next big game that I play. But yeah, I've just not really been feeling the PlayStation. They did have that big update, didn't they? Which they changed the game base, which I think is good, but it was weird because I've been indoctrinated to how the game base used to be. But I've just put a load of people as my favourites. And, oh no, I'll never say your name right. Tell me how to say it. Let me know and I'll make sure to learn it. So yeah, I don't know what else. They need to do something about the trophies on the PS5 UI. Why can't there be a little trophy icon in that lower down UI bit that you can just click and it'll just take you there? It's like 5 menus deep into frickin' obscurity under your profile, which is very annoying. So fingers crossed, PlayStation, see us trophy lovers and, take pity on our poor souls. Jose Garcia correctly. I don't know if it's, I don't know how to say it. Watch Ashes to the end and it will make more sense if you do. Okay, I'm on the finale, so I'm looking forward to watching the finale of the first season of Ashes to Ashes tonight. But very bizarre, very bizarre. But I do. Well, the thing is, I like John Sim, and I do like Keely Hawes, so you know that's why I always watch the things of the people I like in it. You know, got to support the people that you like. So yeah. Oh no, you've said it several times. You've given up. Oh man, I feel like a terrible person. Damn, I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person. Boop, 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 boop. So actually, there is some last minute things at the weekend. There will be I'll be appearing on other people's shows. People have kindly invited me. So Vitz has invited me to play D&D with his crew. Oh, I didn't bring up your link. I'm really sorry, but I will tweet about it, and you can find me at his channel playing D&D for like an hour or two. But there will also be an Uncharted stream. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. It's very exciting and it's all new. I forgot to show some other pictures that I had of London. Wait, can we just do this quickly? Look, that's Cannon Street. Empty. It's me with the golden hide. It's the empty. Actually, this is all the same stuff. Oh, look, that's a bakery that I used to go to. And that's me making a weird face. How did I make that face? I do not know. I do not know. But there you go. There was just some... Can I still do it? I don't know. What if the wind changed and my face got stuck like that? Would you still watch me on YouTube? I don't know. There we go. That was a quick slideshow. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm going to be on an Uncharted stream. Is that on Twitch? Yeah, that's on Twitch for Vitz. Also on Twitch, please go and find Please Be Excited at twitch.tv/Please Be Excited. He has invited me on to play Uncharted with him. I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing, but I'm always excited to play Uncharted. Jose. Oh, it's Jose. Alright, I'll remember now. I'll remember forever. That was a Wild Roo that you saw. Wild Roo made an appearance. Oh my god, that's someone coughing. It made me jump. That's the coffee. It got me on edge. So, yeah, check out those. I will tweet about them as well. So if you are so inclined, then check it out. So that's all I got for you today on this week's edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. So let us cross off another day of lockdown. What am I going to do with this? It's too late to eat a Snickers. Should I just put it back in my chocolate bin and just hope it doesn't go really gross? I don't know. So let's... Oh, where's my thing? Oh, it's over here. So then we cross off another day of a lockdown. There it is over here. Now I'll be able to put on the key, because obviously there is like the key of things that happen. So of course I've marked when Wrestlemania was, because that's very important to mark Wrestlemania. But I'll be able to also mark on this week, return to the office. I know. Exciting times, exciting times. I'm going to try and like record some sort of vlog as a sequel to the work from home vlog, the return to the office vlog. I don't know how much I'll be able to record, but we will try and do whatever we can. Just cut the bit off with a knife first. Yeah. Right, well, I shall catch you all. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm sorry that it's been a bit of a wild over weird episode, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, and maybe hopefully learnt something. It's more like a highlight of the month for Lucy, let's be honest. I don't know, it depends. I don't know how it's going to shake out. I'm quite nervous, but hopefully it'll be alright. So I shall see you all next week for another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Look after yourselves, and hopefully soon good times will arise again. Things are looking like it might be cool again, so it's exciting. I shall see you all next week. Have a good one. Goodbye. Oh, thanks everyone, and thanks all the mods for your work as well. I feel really bad, but the mods, I thank you so much. You are really good to me. So thank you, and bye.